Aaron, can I take your reaction to tonight's game?
Beaten by the better team, if I'm honest. So credit to Rob and his team. They were superior to us today, and that's disappointing from our point of view because we were nowhere near the levels that we know we can be at. So really disappointing, to say the least. So they executed their game plan a lot better than what we executed ours, that's for sure. And what I've got to make sure is that we look at this definitely and we address this, but not let some of the good things that we've done in the last couple of weeks go to waste. So I've just had to reaffirm that with the players because some of the things we were trying to do was not, our decision making wasn't right, and we couldn't execute what we wanted to do, and then we reverted back to sort of default with a few of them. So very disappointing. Nowhere near the levels that they expect of themselves and that we as a football club expect. So again, needs addressing. Something needs to happen to turn that round for Saturday.
Because the team actually seemed to start relatively well on the front foot and certainly had the most of the territorial play in the early stages, but those two quick goals midway through the first half turned the tide, didn't they?
Yeah, like a few poor goals, but there's certain elements of play that we're trying to get. So I've got to take responsibility on that and expose one or two tonight that I've got to look at. So I've got to take the brunt of that. I'll be honest. But there's a few areas that we need to address because they looked a little bit more, I don't know, organisation with them than us, and we're chasing the game then at 2-0 down. We're absolutely chasing it, and it's a hell of a strike from the lad for the third goal. But that take nothing away from them because they fought, they ran hard, they played the ball well in certain areas, and made it difficult for us to try and get back in the game. So disappointing, really disappointing evening from us. Something needs addressing, looking at, and we really need a reaction now moving into the Tunbridge game.
You've already said by what you've said so far that there's lessons to be learnt from this, but also, like you said, it's important that the good work that's gone in the 3 games leading up to this doesn't get forgotten about either.
Yeah, if we play to the levels that we've played at in the last couple of games, then it's a different game tonight, And again, credit to Taunton because they try to stop that, and we've got things that we can do to alleviate what Taunton were trying to do, and we didn't execute those. We did not execute those. So we need to basically be better in quite a few areas before the weekend. But like you said, I know that those boys can do it, and it's important that I make sure I reaffirm a few things to them. Explain to them and so they can digest that they are actually good footballers. And get back to a few basics because the basics were a little bit wrong tonight, and I know they've got that in them. So I've got to make sure they stick together, make sure we stick together, because we can hopefully write this off as a bad night and able to move forward and build on the good work that we've done up until tonight. So again, credit to Rob and Taunton, but there's more to come from us. I absolutely believe that.
I guess one of the things when you have had a defeat, you want to get back to winning ways as quickly as possible, and there's an opportunity to do that at Tonbridge on Saturday, next game not far away already.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, we need to get back to doing what we've done and in the last couple of games, and hopefully use this as a learning curve. We've said that a lot this season. I know that. But we need to make sure that this is a one-off moving forward, and hopefully we can write this off as a bad night when we look back in 2 weeks' time, when we've played a few more games, and we can look back and go, God, that was just a bad night. So that's what we've got to hope to achieve in the next week or so. But as you say, a nice early game for us coming up next in Tunbridge. So rectify a couple of things, go there with a bit of confidence, a bit of positivity, and look to get a result.
Just the one change to the matchday squad tonight, Aaron. Ronnie Nelson dropping out of the 16. Can you update us on that situation?
Yeah, Ronnie was great, but his loan had run out, and for both parties, it was better that he went back. We really like Ronnie, and in different circumstances, we might have been able to keep him and use him, but in the circumstances we're in, then it was right for both parties that he went back. So we thank Ronnie for everything he's done. He's a great lad, a good footballer, someone we'll look out for in the future.
Brilliant. Thanks for joining us, Aaron. Much appreciated.
Cheers.